Well, guys, I think it's pretty safe to say that today's video is the greatest streaming fail of all time. And thanks to the degenerates over at Livestream Fails on Reddit, there is available footage for this. Let's take a look.
All right, chat. What do you think? Do you think this arrow can make it straight through that door?
I don't know who needs to hear this, but in case you're unaware, only the doors to the outside on your house, right? So your garage door, your front door, back door, the doors that lead to the exterior, those are the doors that tend to be pretty solid wood or possibly metal reinforced doors, etc. But the doors inside of your house, they're usually straight up hollow. Very little thin wood, hollow on the inside, very little thin bit of wood on the outside. It's painted. That's it. That is your interior door. Especially, I think this is like a closet door here. Just so stupid right off the bat that they're even questioning this.
Type yes. Think yes. Type no. If you think no, I think that's a bad idea. I'm not that accurate.
I cited it in, and I'm still gonna say it's 50-50 on yes and no.
All right, where's the crossbow?
You gotta love this dude here, thinking it's a bit too crazy to shoot something off the dude's head where he could see him and at least aim, but it's not too crazy to blindly shoot through a hollow door and just hope that no one's on the other side of the door.
Where's the crossbow? I'm gonna shoot it straight through that door.
Foreshadowing.
That door is toast. Crossbow's pulled back. Let's place your bets. Safety is off.
Here's another little genius tip here. Crossbows, the entire reason crossbow was invented, right, is that slower rate of fire that it has is offset by the fact that it's literally designed to be armor piercing. The whole point of the crossbow is that it has a much harder draw, a much faster arrow speed. It has that lower reload speed, but the entire purpose is basically that it has a much higher chance to penetrate armor, like a hollow door.
Joey's gonna be on the other side of the door.
Joey, what's the angle?
You don't have to make a poll, just type chat yes if you think it'll go straight through, or no if you think it'll get stopped in the door.
Hang on.
Are you ready, Joey?
Hang on.
Joey's ready. Are you ready, Tyler?
Ready.
Well, hurry the fuck up, because it's time. It's straight up time.
Pole! 10 seconds.
10 seconds?
Button the pole!
Do you think it'll go through the door or not? It's Joey. Are you right behind the door? I don't think Joey's right behind the door. If he is, I'm not liable for this.
It's honestly just like sitting here giggling, even though I've already seen this. Just so freaking dumb. The foreshadowing, the basically like predicting exactly what's about to happen. And and if he is, I'm not liable. It's just so dumb, man. It reminds me of the other video we were watching last time where it's almost like it's just almost so dumb. It feels like it's hard that this is real life. It feels like it should be a really stupid comedy.
Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Are you good?
All right. Fucking.
Are you actually not good?
Are you bleeding anymore?
Fantastic. I got a fucking arrow.
All right, so it looks like our video feed cuts out and we only have audio. What's really crazy and kind of disturbing to me here of the power of alcohol and being drunk and just how stupid it makes you is that no one really sounds like they're taking it that seriously. Everyone's practically kind of like giggling and half laughing this off here. They're not thinking about immediately rushing him to the hospital or anything like that. They're straight up laughing about it.
I think we are.
He's fine. He's good.
Joey is good.
He's not fine. He's not fine.
We are done with anything crossbow related.
Don't.
And that looks so bad.
Yeah, I mean, don't feel good.
Yeah, no.
You can literally see in. Nothing's coming out, but nothing.
How did it? It just straight up
The
fucking.
arrow went through my favorite shirt.
Oh my. All right, yeah. That is it. That is it. No more streaming with alcohol. I'm done. I quit.
I'll unfortunately have to blur the actual blood part to try to not get in trouble here on YouTube. Now, what's interesting is this wound is kind of like right in the abdomen to the side a little bit. You can't tell exactly, if it really punctured really deep or what's going on. It looks like it punctured, but we didn't get to see the arrow actually in him or anything. It's just crazy to me that he's not thinking about internal bleeding or the fact that he was basically shot in like the abdomen gut area, which is really dangerous. It makes me wonder if the arrow didn't actually really penetrate in beyond the skin really at all, and he just got like a flesh wound. It's crazy that how not serious they're taking it. They're laughing and giggling. I was reading through the threads on this, and apparently like the chat were spamming and begging them to go to the hospital, warning them that there could potentially be internal bleeding. This is definitely a scenario where you want to get checked out. But again, we didn't get to see the actual arrow. If it really didn't penetrate beyond the skin and it's truly just a flesh wound, it probably really is no big deal, and it makes sense that they're laughing about it. But if that arrow penetrated in at all, then they should definitely be going, because internal bleeding could be a serious concern. All that kind of shit. It's crazy. Apparently people were even like doing like the donations, right? And trying to get their attention and beg them, like, go get him checked out in the hospital. And from what I've heard, there hasn't been any updates on this yet. They haven't really they haven't come back and let people know, like, is he okay? They're obviously banned on Twitch, but people are checking their Twitter and such, looking for updates, wondering what's going on here. Now, I did also personally look into this. I pulled up their Twitter. There has not been any update on what's going on their Twitter. I pulled up their YouTube. There hasn't been any update on what's going on there either. There's no new upload describing the situation and letting people know he's okay or he's not okay. Makes me a little bit more concerned that maybe there was some internal bleeding going on and things are a bit more serious. I hope they ended up getting him to the hospital, and not that they continue to not take it serious and they found out the next morning when like their friend is dead or something. That would be really messed up, very sad, and that would change this whole situation from something that's incredibly stupid that we can kind of laugh at to something very, very sad and a very big lesson. And there's still a lesson here, guys. Alcohol and weapons, they really don't mix. I remember one time I was staying with my friend and his uncles and some other family such up in Maine, and one of the guys liked to get drunk and everyone was shooting guns. It's country you live in, you tend to do that. Like even my neighbor here, he does gun practice, all the time out in his backyard. But this happened one time. I was right next to the dude and they're drinking, and the guy is like with the gun, being drunk, shooting. He's keeping his finger in the guard and turning around, drunk, talking to people. It turned around one time. I immediately fucking left. My buddy came to talk to me like, hey, what's going on? I was like, your uncle is drunk. His finger is in the trigger guard and he's turning around with his finger in the trigger guard talking to us. I'm out of here, man. I'm not doing it anymore. Alcohol and weapons, they don't fucking mix, guys. I hope you enjoyed the content. I'll catch you next time.